Alright guys, we got some huge news for the next episode of Boruto, episode 62. Now we already know that the Otsutsuki clan has appeared in the next episode, or in the last episode of Boruto. They appeared in like the last 30 seconds. We got a tiny bit of a glimpse of Momoshiki and Kinshiki. One of the most interesting things that we didn't necessarily see was Urashiki. Now of course we do know that Urashiki is something that's different from the manga and the movie. Urashiki was not present in either of those, but of course he is present in the anime, and that's a huge detail that they left out in those two things. Now I want to tell you guys something. The scans for the next episode did release. When you see the scans usually tell us about the next episode, and in the scans we see Urashiki, so it looks like Urashiki will actually be in the next episode. Even though we didn't see him in the last episode, even though he didn't arrive with Momoshiki and Kinshiki, he will be in the next episode, so I'm very hyped up for that. For a second I thought that he wasn't going to be in the next episode and I was going to be very upset, but it's a good thing that he will be introduced in the next episode. Now the big news for the next episode of Boruto is of course Mitsuki. Mitsuki is supposed to be going into Sage mode in the next episode. If you guys look at the scan, you guys see Mitsuki in Sage mode. Now somebody did translate that for a second. It says, while helping the children who are delayed and escaping, Mitsuki tries to head towards Boruto to assist him, but Mitsuki's physical strength is at a limit, and so he resolves himself to trying out and activating Sennin mode. Now if you guys don't know, Sennin mode basically means Sage mode. You guys heard it said Mitsuki was going over to help Boruto, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys know this, but in the movie there was this scene where Boruto came face to face with an Otsutsuki member, and what Boruto did was he basically let off all the chakra that was in his scientific technology or scientific ninja tools, and he basically tried to attack Momoshiki like that. That did not work at all. Momoshiki just absorbed all that ninjutsu. So now it looks like in this right here, Mitsuki's going to actually be going over and trying to help Boruto, which is going to be amazing, and of course he will be in Sage mode. Now it's going to be very interesting, mainly because Mitsuki throughout the whole Chunin exam, he was thinking to himself like, hey, I cannot do this. I cannot show my Sage mode to everybody in the crowd, or else I will be kicked out of the Hidden Leaf Village. Now of course if Mitsuki does go into Sage mode, it's going to open up a lot of questions about him and his involvement with Orochimaru. Now I think because of this special circumstances, because he is going to be helping out the Leaf Village, because he's going to be helping out the Shinobi Way period, I feel like he will get a pass, and obviously he's not kicked out in the manga, so we do know that it's going to work out in the end. So Mitsuki is not going to be in terrible grave danger because of this. Now one thing I do feel like is going to be very interesting is about the other characters. Now in the movie, the only people that we did see fight was Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto. That's pretty much it. And already in the anime, we do know that the anime is extremely different from the movie and the manga. I do want to see other characters get into it. I do want to see Gaara get into it right then and there. I do want to see Kakashi come out of nowhere and get into it. Hey, maybe we even get to see Tsunade for the first time. And not only that, I want to see how Shinki fares and all the other ninja. Of course Momoshiki and Kinshiki and Urashiki, they're going to eventually come out on top. Of course they're going to eventually abduct Naruto or whatever. It has to follow the backbone of the movie and the manga, but I feel like it's going to be very different, and we're going to get to see a lot of stuff that we did not see in the movie and the manga. It's going to be a very interesting time. Now specifically for Mitsuki Sage mode, we didn't necessarily see Mitsuki fight in Sage mode back when we did actually see Mitsuki go into Sage mode. This is why I'm extremely excited, because the first time we seen Mitsuki go into Sage mode, he really just tried to take a scroll and break a barrier. That was pretty much it. He didn't necessarily need to fight. Now in this right here, he is going to have to fight, and it looks like if he does fight, no, 9 times out of 10 he's fighting an Otsutsuki member, so he's probably going to get washed. But I feel like this is going to be a very important time in terms of power scaling, putting him up against other fighters, seeing how he fares against other foes that are probably not in the Otsutsuki clan, that cannot beat Mitsuki so easily. One thing I do have to say is that if he does fight a fighter like Momoshiki, it'll probably be a horrible matchup for Mitsuki. When Mitsuki is in Sage mode, you see ninjutsu, or you just see chakra just radiating off of Mitsuki, and if Momoshiki does put his hand on Mitsuki, Momoshiki could possibly just absorb all of that chakra, and it could be over for Mitsuki without Mitsuki even trying to do anything. So I feel like one of the most important fights, or one of the most interesting fights that we can see, is him probably fighting Urashiki or something like that. Obviously Urashiki would probably one-shot Mitsuki even in Sage mode because he's an Otsutsuki member, but I feel like seeing Mitsuki go up against a fighter that's not Momoshiki is probably be the best thing, even if he does end up fighting Kinshiki. One of the other things that we do want to see is Urashiki, because we didn't see Urashiki fight yet. I feel like Urashiki, his best matchup, in my opinion, would probably be against a fighter like Gaara. Gaara is obviously probably going to be the third strongest out of everybody that's there. If we do exclude Sasuke and Naruto, in my opinion, you guys might have a different opinion, but I feel like Gaara is number 3. And I feel like if Gaara does go one-on-one against Urashiki, of course Gaara will probably lose. But it would show us a lot more of Urashiki's repertoire, because Urashiki wouldn't just one-shot Gaara, things like that. And I feel like that would be a very important thing. And of course, we did see Gaara go up against Urashiki before, and Urashiki just like completely broke through Gaara's sand. That's why I'm saying Urashiki obviously is going to be way stronger than Gaara, but in terms of him just not completely getting one shot, I don't feel like Gaara's going to get one-shotted. I feel like that'll probably be the best fight right there. Now, of course, Kakashi, I feel like he's going to come out of the woodwork as well. I did speak about him earlier, but it's going to be a very interesting scene for a lot of the other characters that we didn't see in the movie and the manga get into it. Now, one thing I do want to see, because it's fairly different from the movie and the manga, I do want to see if Sadara would unlock her second Tomo in the next episode of Boruto, and I feel like that could be a very interesting scene. One thing I have been projecting is that Boruto's idol jutsu will probably appear in the next episode when he does lay his eyes on a jutsu that Momoshiki, Kinshiki, or Urashiki does put out there. So I'm really excited for this next episode. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. One thing we do have to watch out for is Mitsuki's Sage Mode. It's gonna be amazing. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. But it's me, your boy Bada B, and we out. Bye.